There's a reason that I'm sitting on the floor. So a lot of you have watched me become obsessed with Atlantis the last few months. And I get the impression from what I'm receiving from Thoth that the Atlantis karma reenactment portal is about to close. Here's why. So 49,000 of the 59,000 members of Starseeds are the 144,000. The 144,000 are a core group within a soul group of 4.3 million starseeds that I am the oversoul monad node of. So the reason why they have been able to attract so many of the 144,000 is because they had my soul in enslavement and they subverted my soul powers, and until the other day they actually also had a mimic of my soul, which Thoth allowed them to keep for a bit longer to give them the illusion of safety. But this is all coming to an end, and speaking to Thoth this morning to say, why is this still being allowed to go on? And as the leader of this soul group, I've also had to do a lot of individual karmic lessons, in particular closing out soul loops that were artificially engineered by Anunnaki methods, because I was under Anunnaki soul slavery, and what they do to powerful souls during that process is they harvest loosh. So they engineer false timelines and take a soul away from their mission. So we've been working on that, and today we had a breakthrough. And then Thoth said to me, Calla, the 144,000 are extremely powerful souls, but they were also some of the most corrupt souls in Atlantis because of the extent of their spiritual power. And this is before my enslavement. So they had caused the frequency change on Earth. They had been part of the cause, right? Then their souls were at near fracture. And because I'm the oversoul monad node, I said that I would take care of them, and I did for 12,000 years. At great expense to me in this lifetime and every other previous lifetime since Atlantis. But a lot of those souls weren't sorry for what they did. They were just terrified. And since the start of this, Thoth has said, it's time for you to stop self-sacrificing. So I looked after everyone, and I didn't question what they had done to Atlantis, which was a place that I was the leader of. And it's been interesting to watch how people have treated me, because Thoth left this portal open where people have been able to abuse me, say whatever they want, believe lies about me, publicly humiliate me, slander me, all these things. And everyone's just went along with it. And that was an opportunity to resolve Atlantis, but very few people actually took it. So that's completely closed now, because the genuine soul contracts are activating as of today. So Thoth and I have been in the Akashic records all morning, identifying what soul contracts the 144,000 and the wider soul group of 4.3 million starseeds actually have with me. And that's been an interesting process, because I've been able to identify the things that they have been subverting on the subreddit Starseeds. And all of those contracts have been used to harm me. But they're not designed to harm me, because the souls that I have protected have made pre-incarnational agreements with me to do things like protect me, to defend me. And not only did I look after their soul fractals, there's things in them that can't awaken until they have proximity to the teachings that I bring through Thoth. And a lot of people have called Thoth an entity, which has actually been incredibly hurtful after everything that Thoth's done for us in Revolution is Spiritual, for the soul group, and for humanity, when since Atlantis, Thoth has actually been having a really traumatic time too. But anyway. And the nasty comments that I've received about my relationship with Thoth have been completely unacceptable. And there's so many broken contracts that our soul group now have with me. And I haven't read Akashic on this, but they've probably also broken many contracts with Thoth. And although Thoth and I have an incredible relationship. There's certain karmic things that I've moved through where Thoth has had to pretend to be things to close the loop. And there was one time Thoth pretended to be angry at me, and it was incredibly scary. I would not like to be on the other end of Thoth's real anger, although he's very structured, ordered and fair. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next, because it's not been a free pass. And let's be honest, when you choose to engage with distortion and treat people like they're less than human, it's never a free pass. And maybe that's the lesson that these people needed to learn, because now they're going to be learning. And that's just what we sign up to as souls. Like, we have obligations, and if we break them, then you need to sort it out. And I think about all of the obligations that I've fulfilled to our soul group with no recognition, no thank you, and a hell of a lot of abuse. And still I didn't stop. And I think today there's going to be a script shift on the reciprocation that I've been receiving. So something I've been thinking about.